Hi ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Dying Light 2. Today we're going to be getting the Mantis claws from good old Cyberpunk 2077. Oh boy. We are going to be getting them. They are a blueprint weapon. They are kind of hard locked at a rank 4, a world rank 4, sorry. But they're mainly utility weapon because they do so much shock damage essentially that they just put someone on their knees, zombies, anything like that. So they're really good in that sense. But anyways, just thought I'd let you guys know about that just in case you're trying to find an overpowered, like, high-level weapon. This is more of a fun Easter egg that's kind of just a fun nod. It looks super badass and sick, but just doesn't scale all too well. But anyways, also the unlimited durability keychain does not work on this item. You also have to craft it, so it doesn't work on those kinds of items. But I digress. Let's get into it. So first things first is you're going to need to get to a place in the story where you functionally get to the tower. Now, I would suggest shotgunning a bunch of over arrows to get to this, to skip past this if you don't want to know about some really general things, just for people who, if you want to know even more about when you're going to be able to get access to this without being spoiled, too much. Basically, it's going to be really simple. You're going to get to the central loop. You're going to spend some time with a person, Lawan. You're going to basically figure things out, and then eventually she's going to drag you over here, okay? That's all we're talking about. There's going to be information, things are going to happen, and eventually you're going to be assigned to take over, maybe, possibly, who knows, a tower. And then as soon as you take over the tower, choose whatever choice you want to do at the very end. Nothing matters. It doesn't matter even if you maybe go with the one that you may think have consequences. It might, but not in this sense. You'll be able to get up to the tower and use the elevator. So yes, then you're just going to come to this place, and here we go. So again, these people will not be aggro if you happen to make a choice for the greater good of survivors, not the military control. Anyway, but you're going to do this, pop this, and this is going to take a long time. This elevator is a nightmare. It's so, I wish it was just a teleportation at the very top. It's brutal. There we go, and now we go to the very top, which contrary to this weird, I know. Okay, so when you aged 6 years and you can finally make it up here, the next step is to do the other step that we previously did. You can jump off here, you can jump off here, doesn't matter. But as soon as you exit the elevator, you're gonna go straight forward. Also, this does reset, and it's a pain in the ooh, it's so annoying to get up here. So pop that shit open, take what you need, and it'll reset in a couple minutes. But Jesus Christ, I debate even if this is worth grabbing. After you're done collecting all that gear, you're gonna jump up here, and then you are going to make your way over there. Now you're okay, you can even just drop if you don't, you don't need a lot of stamina to be able to get over there. You just activate this. There's like a wind gust, which will help you get over there. And yeah, you can just dip your toes in there, get some more healing back, and all that stuff. You don't need to use the acceleration here. I'm just bored and want to get to that place. So that's what's happened. Anyways, so after you're done doing this, you're going to try not to die and fall off the place by being impatient. You're going to let your stamina recover, and then you're going to want to make your way to this building and activate your parachute as soon as you can, and then just hold back as much as you can. Hopefully you have at least number 1 of the parachute upgrade, which basically when you hold back, you actually don't descend that much. But yeah, you're going to want to make it over here. Now that you're here, there is a man who is going to judge you and talk to you about story things. That man right there. And after you're done talking to him, there's going to be something on the ground, a blueprint.
Nice to see you. How's your search?
Also, some spoopy futures bullshit. Anyways.
Welcome, Aiden.
Hi. Do we know each other?
You could say that. Been here and there, heard this and that. You can do amazing stuff. Almost like Kyle Crane.
Almost. Rude. What do you mean? Crane couldn't fucking do any of the shit we're doing. Did he become more or greater than we? What do you know about Kyle Crane?
Kyle Crane. A friend of mine mentioned that name once. Who is he?
You mean, who was he? Kyle was a hero.
Yeah.
He was going to save Haran. But sometimes, even the greatest heroes stumble and don't get up again. But the fact we're talking now, it's essentially thanks to him. Let's focus on the bright side of the situation.
Liquidator. Odd. Regardless, yeah, the last thing I think we know about Kyle Crane, which I don't know anything about the lore really, but he, I think, got passed on the spark of like a zombie bullshittery thing. Anyways, I don't know. I should shut up. What have you heard about him?
What else have you heard about me?
Quite a
About me.
lot. You see, each action you perform affects the people around you. Your every decision has an impact on this world. Ever heard of the so-called butterfly effect?
Yes.
I'm a pilgrim. Not much I haven't heard of.
I like talking to smart people. As you know, the butterfly effect refers to how slight parameter deviations result in enormous changes in the entire system.
Who are you?
Who are you exactly?
Codename Liquidator. From the B613 region.
How did you get in here?
How did you get in here? Are you a night runner?
Up here?
I'm not, although I have always appreciated them. They were the good spirits of Villador. They did their best to rebuild the city, until the carnage at the VNC Tower stopped them. So many died, or went into hiding, or broke down completely.
Like Frank.
Yes, poor Frank. Everything got ruined so suddenly, just like humanity under the epidemic. But Aiden, always try to be positive about the world. A piece of advice, if you will. It's going to be easier for you this way. I am looking at you right now, and I am filled with hope about how this story will end.
What are you even doing here?
I came here from the LDPD looking for a fugitive, just like Max Walker did from the TEC.
A fugitive? Here?
Yes, I'm looking for a wanted criminal, a certain Margarita Connor.
Can I help you in some way?
No thanks, I can handle it. I always do.
I see.
I see. I'll be honest with you. This is quite an unusual meeting.
Unusual, and it could be usual.
It's time for me to go. Look after yourself.
Time. Yes. I've already forgotten about that variable. Quasi and Sick must be waiting for me now.
Who?
Other LDPD officers. Goodbye, Hayden.
Goodbye, what's your name?
Cayetan. Call me Cayetan. That code name, the Liquidator, sounds weird when spoken out loud. And there, I've left something for you.
We were turn
How
around.
did that get... Wait, what the...
Okay, so I'm not sure if this is memes, like just the developers being like, let's fuck with them, or if this is actually like lore implications or something to some extent. Regardless, I don't know. I'm sure some guy will, on the online will like make a whole video about being like, here's a deep, weird lore of this game. But some of it's bullshit and like clearly devs having fun, and the other one's legit like the structure of the world. But that to me is way more interesting than some of the other stuff proposed in the game. Like some of the zombies, how like the zombies can telepathically send you signal. Yeah. A lot. But that one where there's like some sort of weird agency, they're like time traveling / going through like split gates. I don't know. To me, it makes sense for the whole movement parkour thing. For if you could ever release or have the advantage to like teleport a distance, kind of like Corvo Atano from Dishonored. Pretty wicked. Anyways, but we did just get a blueprint for the Mantis blades. Now we only get one of these, but it's a weapon so that it lasts a good long time. But it also does not have any upgradability, and you can't repair its durability. So you're always gonna have to spend 369 resources to get it. Let's just rip this band-aid off fast. Oh. So you guys can see I'm level 5. So the good news, I'll actually be able to show you guys this in somewhat action. Because yes, it could easily be, thrown away like trash, unfortunately, but yes. But yes, you guys can see that we actually cannot equip it in a better way. And even when we look at it like this, it doesn't actually look like the Mantis blade. It's only when we're actually using them that it does. But I digress. Hi ladies and gentlemen, me here in post. I would be remiss if I didn't explain one last thing to you guys about this quest. If you have beaten the game, unfortunately this Liquidator guy is not here because he's kind of a future seer person and it kind of, I guess, detonates in the wrong way and he goes away. Now, if you have beaten the game, there's probably going to add a new game plus at some point, and as soon as you get access to the center, the central city, you just bang out the little bit of quest to get access to the tower. It's actually pretty quick, and then you'll be right as rain. But let's go test out this fun little weapon. That was really interesting. I love that. I wonder if it's actually like a genuine thing with the lore or if it's just a meme. It's just like, you know, fucking nonsense. Like, okay, there's some like time traveler, weird, obscure liquidator man. I'm sure the names may like ring true to something. People might be like, oh my god. They're going, okay. It's also a little unfortunate these weapons cannot be always perfectly, you know, good. They're kind of like stagnated in a way at level 4, but they have a really strong electrical charge effect. So they have like a really good electric kind of like chain detonation kind of thing. So you look at these things. Nope, not that. Stop it. This. Yeah. So I'll be honest. I mean, yes. Like, sure, it's kind of like Cyberpunk, but also not even a little bit, you know? But okay, but anyway, yeah, so because they're level 4 and this is level 4, they're actually doing sizable damage, but they basically stun lock and they do mass AoE, which is pretty cool, and you can just stop people. But again, if you're at endgame, this will not be the case. I've seen a lot of people use this at endgame and they're kind of like, it's good for stunning, but that's kind of it. Anyways, also, there's no way to regenerate your magazine at some point, you know? You can't just stomp on heads, though, because it does drop them. So maybe that's the problem. Maybe people don't have the stomp on heads ability. Let's see. Because it does look like at least zombies, it puts them on their ass. But that's not what we want to see. We want to see enemies. Turns out enemies are the hardest thing to find in this game sometimes, especially when it's about to turn night. We've done it! We found them! Jesus Christ, this is hard to find people. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so they drop, and then you just stomp. Stop it. Ah, stop. Punch and stomp. Yeah, I don't think these are bad. I just think people who have been using them haven't had stomp unlocked, because this is nuts. And then we just stomp. Yeah, because it does do that. And even if it doesn't, I think it will stun them, and you could maybe do that and then kick them over. Or you can just stun them and then do, of course, well, why can't I do that? A drop kick, like that. There, I was wondering why it wasn't working. Anyways, but yeah, needless to say, it seems like a really, really good weapon, even at endgame, because you always have stomp. And I think it will always put people on their ass, which is pretty good. But what's up top here? Is more enemy? More of what we just did, except this. Punch, one hit, land, and stomp. Let's loop around. Where are you? Again, it's so hard. Oh, it's bad. It's real bad. We made mistakes. Okay. That was less good, but you know, super good weapon. Point remains, super good weapon. Especially if you manage to get the stomp perk. I think that's what sets this thing free, and honestly might be like the meta for endgame, because stomp, I've yet to see stomp not instantly kill people. I think even if it just, I mean, we can just keep putting them on their ass with this weapon. So I think it's a pretty good thing versus specifically, again, enemies that can block through just about everything that are the most frustrating shit on the planet. It's nice that there's a way, it seems like, to counter them even still. Well, the knuckle dusters are just good in general, but it's even better when you actually have the ability to put them like on their ass for sure and stun them forever, you know, with these weird cyberpunk augments. But no, if you have the stun ability, I think they go from like an okay item to a fucking big boy item. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you guys do enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for putting out with me. We will be continuing to cover so many things in Cyberpunk. There's so many fun Easter eggs. There's a pan that, like, a lot of the Easter eggs are good, but they're kind of gimmicky. Yeah, I know, I didn't collect the items. Regardless, the items are kind of, or like the gear pieces are somewhat gimmicky sometimes. Like for instance, these ones, although they're good, they cost 360 scrap. It's not the craziest thing, but it's still enough to be like, I gotta consider this as like, am I gonna get this much use out of it, you know? Same thing with finger gun. But there is one item in the game that I found, I'm sure there's more, but it's called the Pan of Destiny. But anyways, it's a pan that basically comes back to you, but the only thing that sucks is that you need to complete the entirety of the story in order to get access to it. So, it's good, but, and there is an end game, there's like things to do after the story, but to me I'm like, that's like, of course they give you the one thing that doesn't have a cap, it doesn't have a limit. It's kind of like your grapple hook essentially. Or like your flashlight. But I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Hope you guys do enjoy the rest of your day. Appreciate you so much. Also, we stream a great deal on the channel. Also, there's videos over there, but we stream a lot over at YouTube and Twitch. Hopefully, I can see you over there. Thank you kindly again, and goodbye, my friends.